Hello friends, welcome once again to Rick's Garage. There's a couple of things I'm interested in showing you today. One of them is my new Astro tire inflator. This is the box that came in. It supposedly goes up to 250 psi. My compressor only goes up to like 125 psi, so that really doesn't matter that much to me. It cost about $20. Up until now, I've been using these inflators. This one I purchased at AutoZone. It did the job for a while. This is probably about my third one in the last 2 years. They don't last all that long. So this one here has gone kaflooey. It's when I hook it up to the compressor, it immediately goes all the way up to 150 pounds. So the gauge is not working. So I went out and ordered this Astro one. It looks a little beefier than that. You can see that it's looks like it's much better made. It's digital. Supposedly it's accurate to within 1%. However, I don't know how you'd ever check that. If you pulled out 5 tire gauges, you'd get 5 different readings. So I don't know how you'd ever know whether this was indeed within 1%. So I'll take them at their word. It comes with a bunch of little attachments. There's a little tire stem tool and some plumber's tape and a bunch of little attachments for inflating basketballs and devices and of that nature. So for 20 bucks, it looks like it's a lot heavier than the one I get from AutoZone, and the AutoZone one costs almost that much anyway. So we're going to try it out. The other thing I'm interested in showing you today is my Husky hose reel. This is an air hose reel. It is retractable, and it really saves you the trouble of struggling with the air hose on your compressor. What I've got is a little hole in the wall, and you can see I've got the feeding tube through the hole in the wall, and the compressor is in a little storage closet on the other side. I've got a little switch, as you can see here, that turns the compressor on and off. So this reel goes out about 50 feet. And then it very nicely retracts in. Now it's held up. I've had this up here for about 3-4 years now, and it's worked perfectly. Okay, so I'm ready to go ahead and inflate this tire. Now when you choose the proper amount to inflate it, you don't go by what it says on the tire. You go by what it says on the door of the vehicle. The inner door of the vehicle will tell you how to inflate the tires. And in this truck it says 40 pounds. So that's what we're going to go for. So from my understanding, when I'm using this for the first time, it does not showing anything. So I think it comes on automatically as soon as you hook it up to the tire. So let's see if that actually happens. Yes. It says the tire is inflated till 41 psi. So we can actually let a little bit of air out of it. So press the button to let the air out. 40.5, 40.2, 39.9. So we'll put a little air in it, and now we're back up to 40.2. So you can really pinpoint it right down to exactly what you're looking for. So this tire is inflated to the correct amount. According to this, like I said, if you take 3 different tire gauges, you're going to get 3 different readings. So I'm going to pull another tire gauge and let's see what we get for a reading. We're checking it with the Slime Pro Series, and that's saying 35. Let's get out the TPS device and we'll see what the tire reads. Now we're going to check it with my TPMS tool, which will take a reading right off the tire sensor. And in the sunlight I really can't read what it says, so I'm going to go inside for a second. The TPMS tool says it's 38.1, so it looks like the new gauge is off by 2 psi. I don't know for sure if it's off by 2 psi or the sensor is off by 2 psi. But certainly the hand gauge from Slime is way off. I am going to go by the sensor. The sensor is what my car reads. My car's computer reads this sensor, and it uses that information to decide whether that little horseshoe warning light comes on or not. So in my mind, I'm going to go by the sensor because I don't want that little horseshoe light coming on. All I need to know is that this new gauge reads 2 psi less than my sensors. If I put this up to 42 pounds, the TPMS tool should read exactly 40. So we're going to do that, see how that works out. So any gauge you have, once you get an idea of how much they're off by, now obviously it's not off, it's off by more than 1%. That's what they say it's accurate to. But at least it disagrees with my TPMS tool by more than 1%. Let me get it hooked up a little better. There we go. So I'm going to inflate this tire to 42 pounds. $42.5, a little bit out. 42.1 it says. All right, so now we're gonna try the TPMS tool again. We're gonna go back to tire 1, and we're going to clear the data. I'm going to see what it says. It says 40.2, and I had inflated it to 42.2. So I know that this gauge is in disagreement with my sensors by 2 psi. So when I inflate my tires now, I'm going to go around and inflate them 2 psi more than I want. And that should satisfy the computer, and my light should stay out. Thank you very much for watching Rick's Garage here today. I hope you found this interesting. Before I go, there'll be 2 videos that will appear to your left. Feel free to click on either one of them. I hope you find them interesting. And to your right will be my avatar. It's a picture of my trusty companion, Hi-Ho the German Shepherd. Feel free to click on that to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I sincerely hope we'll see you again.